It's nice to be back, guys. How have you all been?
It's been weird not playing D&D for a little while, but I've been busy anyway.
I've been doing re-election stuff. It's pretty boring, to be honest.
Great to hear our current president is bored with his job. I bet you make great decisions.
34 charges says what?
What?
Did you guys have fun playing Fallout?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Gave us some time to just chat while Donnie played for a bit.
Yeah. And these assholes kept making fun of my aim half the time.
The viewers seem to like the video though, right, Joe?
Yeah, it's our most viewed video, actually.
Glad you guys had a good time. Do you want to do your comment shoutouts, Joe?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Big surprise.
This first comment we got is actually our first super chat. Thanks, Tex Rex.
Yeah, that's very generous of him.
This next one is from Ashenheart, who also donated. Make sure you guys check his channel out. I like to rewatch it every now and then. This next comment is for Bill. Great episode. I thought Sildar was going to die. Thank God he didn't.
That gives me PTSD of that last fight. I didn't think I was going to make it either, to be honest.
Last comment is for Ben, actually. They love you as a DM so much that you inspired them to want to try it out. I hope they also enjoyed the Fallout episode.
That's very sweet of them. It means a whole lot. Nice picks, Joe. You guys ready to get into your changes for level 3?
Oh yeah, I forgot we leveled up after that fight.
Sure did. How about we start off with Bill?
Starting off, I am now immune to diseases as a paladin. Not sure if it'll come in handy, but it helps. I also get to pick my oath now. I am going for Oath of Devotion. I considered Oath of the Watchers since it fit thematically, but the abilities aren't very useful in this campaign as far as I know. With my Oath of Devotion, I follow a path of compassion, courage, duty, honesty, and honor. Should I fail to follow these tenets I live by, I risk being relieved of the powers it grants me. Starting off for my powers, I get Sacred Weapon, Turn Unholy, Protection from Evil and Good, and Sanctuary. Lastly, for my HP, I'm taking the average of 5, plus my modifier of 2. Who wants to go next?
I can do mine next. First off, I'm going to roll my HP. Damn, I got my max of 8, plus my modifier of 3.
Nice roll, Barack.
For my subclass, you know I had to go Arcane Trickster. It's just so cool looking. I get 3 cantrips, which will be Minor, Illusion, Message, and Mage Hand since I have to choose that one. My Mage Hand is better though since it is invisible and can do more actions than a regular Mage Hand. For my spells I chose Disguise Self, Featherfall, and Tasha's Hideous Laughter. That should be all for me.
Why don't you go next, Joe?
All right, like Barry, I'm going to roll my HP to start. Okay, that's my average of 3 plus 3. I now get to choose my meta magic finally. I will be going with Twin Spell first, which lets me target another creature with a single target spell. This includes enemies and allies. For my second one, I'm choosing Heightened Spell, which lets me give one creature disadvantage on its next saving throw against my spell.
Nice picks, Joe. You get some good options for second-level spells now. What did you decide on?
It was a tough choice, but after long deliberation, I chose Web.
Excuse me?
Joe, are you fucking selling?
I'm kidding. Chill out. I actually chose Enlarge and Reduce.
Oh, wow, Joe. That's actually a really cool choice.
Then if you twin spell it, you can make 2 of us big. Ha ha.
See? I know what I'm doing. That's all for me, though.
All right, I want to go. I've been dying to roll my HP. Dang, man, that's only my average too. 5 plus 2. For my subclass, I was really wanting to pick Echo Knight, but decided not to for lore reasons.
Yeah, because what's better than one loot-hungry fighter?
Exactly, 2 of them. But I decided to use Samurai. And don't you get started on all your guys' weeb shit. I know Joe and George are both nerds like that.
Nani?
Why did you choose that subclass, if not for the anime potential?
In D&D, a samurai is focused on the spirit of achieving balance in and out of combat. I want to be seen as someone who thrives in a fight, but can also hold their own in a social dispute.
Very thoughtful, Donald.
Speaking of thoughtful, I get a new language as a samurai. I have chosen to pick up learning Halfling to better speak with what may be my closest ally in Jorkus.
Oh, Donnie.
Are you tearing up, Joe?
Joe, this is about role-playing, you creep. Get the hell away from me.
You want to meet up for ice cream after the session?
I would normally say yeah. But now? Hell no, dude.
Darn.
My last thing for level 3 is being able to give myself advantage on attacks. I can do this, I think, 3 times per long rest.
All right, looking good. You're up, George.
I'll roll for HP too, why not? I got my average too, wow. 4 plus my modifier of 3. All I get at this level is a second level spell. I chose to prepare heat metal and leave the others for now. Heat metal forces my enemies to either drop what they have on them or take consistent burning damage.
And don't forget you can change those spells out during a long rest. Okay guys, time for our recap, then we'll jump into it for tonight. Last we were with our party. The group jumped into a sudden but short fight with Jarno Albrecht, the leader of the Redbrands and supposed ally of Sildar. Since he was caught off guard, he stood no chance and was easily overpowered by the group and bound at the wrists. The group rummaged through his quarters, finding useful scrolls, his staff of course, and a letter from the Black Spider, detailing the arrival of our party in town and orders to take them out. The group then had a tough fight with a pair of Nothics after Jorkus was pushed into a cavern as the rest of the group fended them off. Although victorious, the members had all took some damage at this point, but pushed on anyway. They made their way to the cells in the hideout, passing through a crypt. This allowed Jarno the opportunity to call an ambush on them in the middle of a fight with other Redbrand guards. Jarno nearly escaped, but a great shot from Barbin left him immobilized down the hall, as Sildar was also brought down by a trio of skeletons. The group again argued a bit, but came together in the end to save Sildar from the brink of death and finish off the remaining enemies. We now pick up with our party in the crypt. Jarno lays down the hall bleeding, while the others clutch their wounds. The task remains. Bring Jarno to justice and escape this place in one piece. What would you guys like to do?
I think the first thing we should do is get Jarno up. Can I try to stabilize him?
Give me a DC 10 medicine check.
Nice dirty 20.
Jarno yells in pain as you pull your arrow out of his leg. The puncture is deep, and you know that although it is stable for now, it won't hold forever.
All right, I'll pick him up and have him lean on my shoulder while we walk to the others.
I'll come over to help as well.
We need to get out of here, guys. Jarno's fucked up and we are too. Let's check those cells and book it.
I'll stand up slowly, grunting from all the stab wounds I received. Let's make this quick. I'm not feeling good.
This long room is partitioned into 3 areas, with iron bars walling off the north and south. Filthy straw lines the floors of those cells, the hinged doors of which are secured by chains and padlocks. A pair of disheveled human women are held in the cell to the south, while a human boy is confined to the north. All are dressed in plain gray tunics and have iron collars fitted around their necks. A heap of discarded clothing is piled carelessly against the far wall.
Donnie, give me the keys you got from the bugbear. You stick with Jarno for now.
Yeah, here. I'll sit Jarno on the floor next to me.
Okay, I'll open the cell for the ladies and hand the key to Gralmir. Can you get the other cell while I check on these 2?
Sure thing.
As you open the door for these 2 captives, they hesitate to exit, but eventually walk out after your reassurance. One looks to you and begins to profusely thank you in between her tears.
May I ask your names? And why were you taken here?
The lady who is thanking you replies, I am Myrna Dendrar. This is my daughter Nilsa, and that is my son, Nars. As far as I know, they plan to sell us into slavery. Please help us get out of here. I don't want anything to happen to my children.
Don't worry, we have come to dismantle this Redbrand guild and are now leaving. I urge you to stick as close as you can.
She replies, oh, thank goodness, please, lead on. Does anyone want to do something before you leave the hideout? You can always come back, but it's up to you.
I think we all want to get the hell out of here. This was tougher than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I think we should just go.
Well then, our party makes their way back through the cellar of Tressendar Manor without any further surprises, and now with extra company. A successful raid on the Redbrand hideout results in the capture of Jarno Albrecht and the freeing of the Dendrar family. To your surprise, you still have some daylight left as you return to the town square. If you all plan to turn Jarno in Sildar, you would know your best bet is to bring him to the town hall.
I think that should be our first stop then. That way we can also notify Harbin of what the Redbrands have been doing to families like this one. since he seems to be in denial of it.
Upon your return to the town hall, you are greeted with the similar mess of papers covering numerous desks and Harbin walking around barking orders at others. He looks to you, and his expression quickly fluctuates between confusion and worry.
Well, I see you found Iarno, but the Dendrar family as well. What have you all been up to?
We decided to check out the manor this morning.
Yeah, since nobody else here could be bothered, apparently.
That was meant to be Iarno's job. And why do you five have him prisoner?
Iarno clearly had values that trumped that of the Lord's Alliance. He's the leader of the Redbrands that have been harassing your town and destroying families like the Dendrars here.
Excuse me? This is how the Lord's Alliance handles business, huh?
The Lord's Alliance has helped plenty. Clearly you can see that not all of us follow paths of greed. And I would suggest sending word for transport of him to Neverwinter to see punishment for his crimes.
It would surely help these fine folks sleep well at night knowing this man is facing justice.
And I would sleep well if we received some payment for all this shit we had to go through.
Fine, very well. I will have him held here under watch while I await transport for him. And I'll give you each 40 gold for doing this. Clearly, I was mistaken about the severity of this group. My apologies again, Myrna.
Our loot pile is huge now, Donnie.
Yeah, and we still got other shit to sell, baby.
In classic Harbin fashion, he takes forever to gather your payment, but eventually returns with pouches for each of you, as well as a pouch for the Dendrar family. Myrna takes the pouch from him, without saying a word, and ushers her children out the door.
Well, thank you again, gentlemen. Hopefully this rabble will die down now that their leader is out of the picture. If you'll excuse me now, I must send word to folks.
Still got some time today. Let's go see what we can get up to.
As you all exit the town hall, Myrna Dendrar is stood waiting for you. Her children stand off to the side, talking while she approaches you. She says, "I can't thank you all enough, and although I do not have much beyond what I received from the townmaster, I do have an idea of something that may cover the debt I am in to you all."
You guys have been through enough. We really don't...
Please, I was only a girl when my family abandoned the town of Thundertree. Those who know of it know of the undead that overtook the area. If you all find yourselves there at some point, try to find an alchemy shop. In there, under the storage shelves, should be an emerald necklace in an ornate case. It is yours if you come by it.
Very kind of you, Myrna. I'm glad we could help you and your family out.
She responds, "If you are all looking to help out other folks, I know some others were having difficulties before my family and I were abducted. Darren Edermath was looking for adventurers by his orchard, something about a well. Sister Garaeli, who tends to the shrine down the street, was looking for help with a delivery of sorts. I'm sure they would all appreciate your help and could offer far more than I could in payment."
Looks like we have some people we can speak to before we hit the hay.
I'm gonna go sell some of my stuff. Anyone want to join? Or are you all gonna talk to them?
We distributed all the stuff, right?
Yeah, we did. I'm probably gonna do more selling than buying, though.
I'll come along so I can buy some healing potions.
I think I'll stop by that orchard.
I'll join you, but could we take a short rest here for a bit?
We could say you are all discussing this around a table at the inn after speaking to Myrna. That way, you can count yourselves taking a rest. Heal up if you want to.
Okay, I'll just use one of mine.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna attune to this staff while we rest, then I'm good to head out.
You guys can go to the orchard. I want to check out the shrine.
All right, we'll handle you two first. Your best bet to sell those gems would probably be talking to Linen at the Lion Shield Coster. You doubt Barthen would want them, since he is a general goods store.
Isn't she the lady you creeped out?
I did not creep her out, Jorkus. She was probably just shy.
Well, I guess we'll see. She didn't seem like the kind of lady to play hard to get.
We'll head there, Ben.
Upon entering her shop, Linen stands up from reading to peek over the counter. As she sees who it is visiting, her face visibly cringes a bit.
Can I help you?
Well, hello, Mrs. Linene. You are looking quite fine this evening.
Okay, can I help you?
I happen to be in the market of selling some of my collection. My treasury has just gotten far too full, and I thought a woman of taste could use some gems of pristine condition for her shop.
Right. Well, let's see them, I guess.
2 garnets, beautiful, aren't they? They say red is the color of passion.
Coming on a bit strong there, Donnie.
Let me do my thing, man.
This is painful to watch.
Yeah, they look all right. I would do maybe 100 gold for the 2 of them.
I'll look to Yorkus.
Is that a good price, Ben?
Give me a history check.
Oh shit, that's a natural 1.
Going forward, I plan to make natural ones more important in and out of combat, as well as making natural 20s more effective out of combat. Guess we can try that out now. As far as you can remember, Yorkus, she seems to be overpaying for those garnets. It's practically a steal.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'll give him a cheesy smile and 2 thumbs up. That's a great deal.
Well, I'm not gonna metagame it, fuck. How about we make the offer a bit sweeter, Linen? What say you to a romantic moonlight dinner with me after we conclude this transaction?
This should go perfectly terrible.
She already doesn't like you, Donnie. Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
No, I got a nat 20 and then a 9.
I'd rather not.
A date with the man who brought down the Redbrands is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Linen, but I won't push you. I'll take the 100 gold.
Is that all?
Well, maybe,
Yeah, that'll be all. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good evening.
You both exit back onto the streets of Phandelin with some more gold in your pockets, but also a bit embarrassed.
maybe you were right, Jorkus. A bit strong, huh?
There's plenty of other dragons in the dungeon. You'll find the one for you one day.
Not how the saying goes, but thanks. Let's go to the inn and grab something to eat, I guess.
Sounds good to me, buddy.
We'll now move over to Sildar and Grelmir. You both go to the northwest portion of town to a tidy little cottage beside an apple orchard. A fit, silver-haired half-elf, well over 100 years old, is outside and greets you as you approach. Greetings. How have you been, Sildar? He says.
Not terrible. This is Grelmir, by the way. He is new to town and has been assisting me and some others in helping folks.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Grelmir. You can call me Darren. Very generous of you all to be helping us out.
It's a pleasure to help. Phandelin seems like a nice place. We actually stopped by to inquire about your need for help.
He responds, I didn't know if anyone would actually be willing to come by. I had almost forgotten. I have heard rumors of undead lurking in the area, as well as someone digging around that well. It all reeks of trouble. I fear that these apparent undead may move closer towards us. Or worse, that person digging around has plans to control them.
I'll pull out my map. Could you mark where this well is?
Darren takes a moment to look it over. It should be around here. It's fairly close to that wyvern tor, so if you plan to go over there, please, exercise caution.
We'll see what we can do to help you guys out. We've taken care of the Redbrands in town, so the last thing we want is a different trouble to befall your town.
Very admirable of you all, he says. You remind me of myself when I used to travel and seek adventure. Please take care, and come by whenever you see fit.
Have a good evening, Darren. Let's head back to the inn. I'm guessing that's where the others will meet us.
Yeah, probably.
Lastly, Barbin. You make the short walk to the shrine in the center of town to meet with Sister Garael. To your surprise, the shrine is small and made of stones taken from the nearby ruins. It is dedicated to Timora, goddess of luck and good fortune.
I'd say we could all use a bit of luck. Maybe I should say a little prayer myself for our party.
The shrine is unoccupied if you wish to do so. You also don't see anyone resembling a servant of the shrine nearby.
Why not? I'll kneel down in front of the shrine and begin a prayer of sorts.
Faith is not something you were raised to respect and follow, Barbin. Thus, your prayer sounds a bit awkward in your head, but another part of you feels as though that is fine, and a prayer can be as awkward as you need it to be.
I'll spend my time thinking of our next travels, which I hope to be unimpeded by dangerous forces or unpleasant weather. I'll pray for luck in the fights to come, as every person needs luck, regardless of how skilled they may or may not be.
You aren't sure how long you were in front of the shrine, but you suddenly open your eyes to find yourself sitting at the shrine rather than kneeling once you finish your thoughts. You also then hear a voice off to your left. A newcomer to Timora? I pray she takes good care of you. You turn to see a young elven woman in robes, with her hands behind her back and a small smile across her face.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were there. But yeah, I'm kind of new to this.
I didn't want to interrupt you, she replies. What made you visit her, if you don't mind me asking?
I came to speak to, Sister Garael, I believe her name was. I didn't see anyone here, but thought that my friends and I could use some good luck on our next travels.
Well, a pleasure to meet you. I happen to be Sister Garael, and I hope the goddess can look brightly upon you.
Oh, wonderful. I was looking into an apparent delivery you needed done.
Oh yes, I would greatly appreciate some help. Would you follow me?
Sure, I'll stand up from the shrine and give it one last look as I begin to walk alongside her.
In that quick look back, you swear you see a faint glimmer of gold. But after a second look, it's gone.
Strange.
As you walk alongside Sister Garael, she speaks to you about her desire to bring a gift to a banshee lurking within the woods along the Tribor Trail. Her superiors hope to learn the location of a spellbook belonging to a legendary mage named Bo Gentle through trade, but the banshee never appeared when Sister Garael visited. As you approach a house down the street, she states, "This is my home. Please come in while I fetch the gift we had for her."
While she goes to find it, I'll call out, though, the house. A banshee is a dangerous prospect, possibly even a deadly one. Why would you want to visit her so bad?
She calls out as she rummages through her belongings. Her name is Agatha, and apparently, she may know the location of this book. Such strong magic is much safer with my group than it would be to some random goblins or thugs who found it.
And what exactly is your group?
If you can learn of the book's whereabouts, I just may tell you. She then returns to the main room holding a jeweled silver comb. Agatha is known to be very vain, so a gift like this should be suitable when paired with praise and flattery.
Sounds simple enough. Butter up this banshee, ask her about a legendary book, and leave without an issue.
She laughs. I know sarcasm when I hear it.
Well, who knows? Maybe it'll be that easy. I'll pack the comb in my bag and begin to head out.
I didn't catch your name? She calls out.
Apologies, it's Barbin. Have a good rest of your day, Sister Garael. I'll head over to the inn as well, Ben. Grab myself a drink.
With this, our party reconvenes at the inn and now has a list of opportunities to undertake.
So, you're telling me our options are to go investigate either rumors of zombies or rumors of a banshee?
Don't forget the group of orcs as well.
Oh yeah, perfect.
I'll mark where the banshee's lair is meant to be, on Graumir's map, following what Sister Garael told me.
They all seem fairly close to each other, at least. But yeah, all of these options don't sound particularly easy.
Well, what's the biggest threat to the town? From the sounds of it, maybe the zombies.
Yeah, and we don't know how many there are. And if the person digging around actually plans to do something with them.
If the guy is digging people up and making them zombie minions, he likely has bad intentions.
Sounds like our minds are made up. We can go by Old Owl Well and then maybe to the Wyvern Tor since it's nearby.
I say we get some rest, though. That way we can set out early in the morning. The well looks to be a few days' journey.
Before that, did you guys find out how much they're paying us to do all this stuff? We better not be getting scammed.
Oh, I kind of forgot to ask that.
Oh shit, me too.
Unbelievable. There better be some good loot we get along the way then. Otherwise, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh man, I forgot to buy healing potions while we were out as well.
It's all right, we have 2, I think, in case we really need them.
All right, we'll take our long rest here. For each of you to eat, that's 6 silver for dinner. Barbin and Yorkus, you two are sharing a room, right?
Yeah.
As the two of you are winding down for the night and sleep begins to take you, can you both give me a perception check at disadvantage?
Oh no.
Fuck. All right. Great, that's a nat 1.
I only got a 5.
You two are fucking dead.
Barbin, time continues to pass and shortly you fall asleep. Yorkus, just as you are about to give in to sleep as well, you feel a cold draft from your window.
Must have forgotten to close up shop. Whoops.
Right as you stand to close the window, you hear the faint skitters of feet across your floorboards near your door.
Oh God.
Barbin, you hear that?
You're cooked, bro.
The cold night breeze through your window is met only by the sounds of Barbin snoring.
Is someone there? Mama?
What are you doing, Yorkus?
Is anything by the door?
Perception check at disadvantage.
Thank God, that's a 17.
You don't see anything by the door, but you hear quick and shallow breaths by the foot of your bed.
I'm gonna throw my pillow by the noise.
You hear a small grunt, and then the figure pokes its head out. Of all things, you see Droop.
Oh, great.
Droop!
No fucking way, man.
Wait, seriously?
I thought we left him behind in the cave. Damn.
Where have you been, buddy?
Droop whispers to you, follows you. Droop need to leave town.
Well, we're leaving tomorrow to go fight some monsters, bud. I may know of a place nearby where you'll be safe, though.
Yes, Droop not's good at fighting. Help!
Tell you what, Sleep in here for the night, and in the morning we can show you where to go.
Thanks as you.
Of course, Droop. Now I'm going to bed. Good night.
Jesus Christ, man.
Haha, all right, guys. Mark down your long rest. You all wake bright and early after going to sleep at a reasonable time. And to your surprise, Barbin, you see Droop laying at the foot of Jorkus's bed, like a dog almost.
I'll shake him up. Careful to not wake Droop. Jorkus, why is Droop here?
Huh? Oh, yeah. He needs help finding somewhere to go.
Okay, and how did he get here?
Through the window.
Well, he's probably going to have to leave through the window as well. The folks in town are not going to want to see him. Get him up and have him wait at the edge of town for us. We need to get packing.
After a nice surprise in the morning, the party packs their belongings and makes their way to the edge of town. In an even greater surprise to Growlmere, Donnie, and Sildar, Droop jumps out from the bushes with a wide, toothy smile.
I thought we got rid of this guy, man.
He just needs some help, guys. Can we show him where Cragmaw Cave is on your map, Growlmere?
Yeah, we need to get moving, though. I want to make some good distance before we need to rest.
I'll do my best to explain to Droop where the cave is on the map, Ben.
Alrighty, Droop walks with your party until you reach the Tribor Trail from Phandelin. The path here splits left where the cave is, and right where you guys are heading.
Remember, Droop, follow the trail until you come along either dead goblins or horses. Then travel into the woods until you find the stream. That will lead you to the other goblins.
Horses, woodses, stream. Thanks as yous.
Be careful, buddy, till we meet again.
I'm not dealing with Joe crying IRL again over goblins. Let's go.
All right, you all begin your journey after saying goodbye to Droop. What's the marching order going to be?
Our best tracker is probably Growlmere, right?
Yeah, I'll go up front so we don't lose the trail.
I'll go behind him.
Go in the middle, Jorkus. I'll be behind you.
I'll be at the back then, keeping an eye out for things.
Alrighty then, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Is this a perception check?
Nope, just a straight roll.
All right then. I got an 8. What's that do?
The first leg of your guys' journey is met by light showers from time to time, but otherwise you make decent time, and Growlmere is able to find a nice spot to rest for the night off the edge of the trail. Do you guys want to have a watch rotation for the night?
Should we have one?
Up to you.
It's probably best we have one.
Okay, decide who's taking the third watch. It'll be late at night, so keep that in mind.
I've got dark vision. I'll do it.
All right, roll a d20.
I got a 5. That seems really bad.
Your watch and the remainder of the night goes without issue. You all awake and set out for your next leg of the journey. Who wants to roll?
I can do it this time. Oh man, I got a 3. That has to be bad.
Once again, you all travel down the path without issue, and this time with no afternoon showers to muck up your boots. You guys want to have Growlmere do the midnight watch again?
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. We keep rolling low, so maybe the higher numbers are the bad ones. That's a 14. Not too high, I guess.
A nice and peaceful watch goes by, Growlmere, and for those taking watch after you, the same is true.
Looking at the map, this should be our last part of the trip. It seems like we should arrive at the well around late evening.
That's correct. Who wants to do this last roll?
I'll give it a shot. Well, there's your high roll, guys. Nat 20.
Fairly early into your guys' trek, the weather begins to turn. Clear skies turn to overcast shadows, and the beams of light eventually turns to heavy rain. As you all trudge forward, Barbin, you take 2 bludgeoning damage as something suddenly falls from a tree your group passes under and knocks you on the head.
What the hell was that? Do I see anything?
You didn't, but those behind you did. You see a small stone land a few feet from him, Jorkus.
It looks like a rock almost, Barbin, right there.
How the hell did a rock fall from a tree? Is it actually a rock?
Yeah, you want to take a closer look at it?
Yeah, keep an eye out, guys.
Do I see anything in the tree?
Perception check.
That's a 2, so I'm guessing not.
Yeah, looks ordinary. Inspecting the rock closer, Barbin. This stone seems to be worked in the shape of a cat's face. The craftsmanship is actually quite impressive, and it doesn't look worn or eroded somehow. You would notice that while one of the cat's eyes is stone, the other is a deep purple hue and shimmers even in this heavy rain.
Is that a stone shaped like a cat? Would I know anything about this, Ben?
You can roll religion. You as well, Sildar.
12. Not great.
Awesome, that's a 21.
You both recognize this as an agate, and purple agates specifically are seen as talismans to ward off sudden peril or unluck. Sildar, you would have heard old tales of stones such as this. You aren't certain if these kinds of stones are all in the face of a cat, but they are bestowed upon those who have earned the favor of gods. The fact that the agate is purple leads you to believe that this was bestowed by the goddess Timora.
Very interesting. I'll speak to Barbin about this at a more fitting time.
I bet it would fetch a decent price.
You better not even consider pawning that stone, Barbin.
Yeah, I mean, look how cute it is.
I'll look up to the tree, Ben.
Just like yesterday, you swear you see a flicker of golden dust, but then it's gone.
I don't plan on selling it, Sildar, don't worry. I'll just keep it in my hand for the time being, Ben.
You all continue your walk through the rain. After a few hours, it still doesn't let up, and you're all drenched at this point. I will also need 2 perception checks. Who wants to do it?
I'll do one.
I'll help. Only got a 9.
That's an 18.
Nice. As you lead the party along the trail, you would see movement a bit further ahead along the left side of the woods, amongst the dense bushes and trees.
Did it look familiar at all?
In this heavy rain, no, but it looked about the same height as Donnie or Sildar.
Something's up ahead, guys. Straight ahead and to the left of the path.
I say one of us shoots at it. It'll either scare it off or make it come out of hiding.
About how far away are we from the movement, Ben?
Give or take 10 to 15 yards in front of you.
I'll fire an arrow into the bushes where Grelmir pointed to.
Roll an attack.
Got 15.
No movement.
I'll move up a little bit.
How far?
Like 15 feet, I guess.
Anybody else going up with him?
Sure.
As Donnie and Sildar both tread closer to the movement that Grelmir pointed out, rustles come from behind the group as well.
Wait, behind us?
Simultaneously, 2 gray-skinned orcs jump in front of your party, brandishing great axes, while 2 more jump out from behind you all.
Oh, we're in the shits now, huh?
Yeah, so much for that lucky rock.
And I think we will end our session there. Should make for a fun return next time.
I'm pretty hyped to get into our first battle at level 3.
Yeah, it was cool to explore the town a bit more too, though. I'm excited to check out the well. It sounds fancy.
So, Ben, what was that rock?
Maybe you'll have time to discover it next episode. I told you I planned on making Nat 1s and 20s more interesting. You guys all brought over your magic decks, right?
Yeah, baby, it's game time.
I got that new Modern Horizons 3 Eldrazi Precon. I've been wanting to try it out.
Eldrazi are a pain in the ass. I would have used that graveyard one.
Cry about it and get to shuffling. I'm trying to own you guys.
Who wants to do our outro this time?
Thanks for coming by and watching the session, everyone. Our editor said he plans to start releasing videos more often now, and is also beginning work on custom subtitles and the next Fallout episode. As always, if you have any tips or ideas for the campaign, comment them down below as we read through all the comments when we can. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Droop!